High vibrations, sweet babies. So I am at an airport here in like the tippity tip of Texas, southern Texas actually. And I have tried to record this and I kept bumping into issues with recording. Never mind the fact that it was just really fucking loud with buses coming by, with announcements over the airport loudspeaker. The wind is definitely blowing, so my apologies, especially to any headphone users, for the very windy and probably not the best audio, but I appreciate you being here and I appreciate you listening along because I really felt called to speak on this. I did try to record this when I was at the airport in Florida. I was literally sitting at the pickup, like the Uber section, just waiting for an Uber, recording a reading because I was getting a lot of messages and a lot of symbology while I was traveling, and I always do. This is just the Sag in me where I'm most expanded, I'm most open when I'm traveling and feeling inspired and connecting and all of those things. But at the current present, I am waiting for my flight to bring me back home. It's been a beautiful long adventure. It's been a beautiful travel. I'm sitting out here by palm trees. Palm trees are absolutely significant at the moment. Again, my apologies. It's really windy, which is probably the cause of my flight being delayed. And that at the core of all of this is the message. There is a delay in information, a delay in something. Something's not happening exactly at this moment. There's this energy of needing to wait, of needing to pause, of needing to be still and having patience. I do think that this has to do with Mercury and Mercury's influence, right? Because we're about to go into Mercury retrograde and we're going to be feeling Mercury's influence with this retrograde for the next couple of weeks. And what I'm feeling into is that Mercury is asking you to wait. It's not the right time. It's time to pause. It's time to gather more information. If you've been listening to my other readings, I did a Mercury retrograde reading recently around, gathering information and how it's all about technology. It's about gadgets not working. So I did that reading down in Florida, and it did not save. It saved actually, but it won't play. It's not loading. It's like it's bugged. There's something wrong with it, and that in itself is the message of the sense that the message that was trying to come through, the information that I was trying to share with you, it just was not time. There's this moment of needing to pause, of needing to wait, and the information coming through as divine timing as it could possibly be. You're very much in the flow right now. You're very much connected to your inner guidance system, to divine wisdom, to the symbols around you, and you are feeling like there's this need to act, there's this need to move or to create some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like almost catalyze something, but you don't need to do that. What I'm feeling is Mercury's asking you to just focus on the information you're getting, gather more information. Everything that's happening for you right now is completely divinely orchestrated. There's a lot of 57 showing up, which is telling you that it's okay to believe in miracles. You've been praying for something, and you've been praying for something very specific. And when it comes to this, whatever it is that you're thinking about or praying on or praying for, this is something that is a soul's calling. It might feel really deep internally, like you are specifically connected to this specific thing, this thing that you're trying to call in, but you might need a miracle. You might need to give it up to God. This is kind of the feeling that I'm getting into, or the phrase that I keep getting called back to is like, it has to be in the divine's hands. It has to be divinely orchestrated. Something that you're feeling this deeply within yourself without necessarily having, like, let's say a rhyme or a reason. You just feel it in your core, in your heart of hearts, in your truth of truths. And that means that you have to you've been praying on it. That's what you can do in the situation. But you know that it's going to take kind of a course in miracles. It's going to take a divine orchestrating. And I want to just let you know that Spirit is saying yes. Spirit is saying that it is doing that for you. It is orchestrating a lot of things. It is moving a lot of different parts in order for this to come to fruition for you. But you have to trust, sorry, headphone users, in the divine timing of this. what I'm feeling into is that this is definitely regarding a matter of the heart, and you feel like 111 might be significant for us collective, that you might have to take the lead in this, or that you might have to act in this, but you have to do so with discernment, and you have to do so in divine timing, and you'll know what moves to make, what things to do, what actions to take, what things to say, because you're so dropped in, because you're tapped in, and because you're tuned in. 17 has been showing up rampantly to let you know that you are on the right path. Whatever it is that you're thinking about, whatever it is that you're trying to call in, and I feel like calling or text messages or telephones or something like that, like I said in the last Mercury retrograde reading that I just recently released, it's going to be significant. You might be wanting to hear from someone, or someone might be wanting to reach out to you, but there is this energy of a delay, that just this pause, this needing to wait. And like I said, I'm sitting out here in this breezy day because of my flight delay, which is like so right on the money. I cannot be in control of all of my situations. There are things that just, they have to be on their own schedule. They have to be on their own time. And how do we maneuver with that? How do we work with that? It is all about adapting to the cosmic flow of things. And there is this energy of something needing to be delayed, of something needing to wait. And you're going to probably have more clarity around what that is the longer that you do that. Now, that's not to say that you completely put it off and you just give up on whatever this is and you forget about it. But there is a real gift here, specifically, like I said, from Mercury, that's telling you to wait and gather more information. There's something around clarity, or around what moves to make, or what things to do in order to have this play out in the divinely orchestrated way that it's meant to. Like I said, this does feel like matters of the heart, which I'm going to just be honest, it feels like a relationship. This feels like a relationship reading. I am not one to typically subscribe to the whole, like, let's pull cards on your love life, because it's super clickbaity. Okay, a lot of people want to spiritually bypass and just get told, like, yes, he loves me not. Like, we're not here for that. We're here as a collective to do the inner work, to okay, pause. We're here as a collective to be in divine union with ourselves by doing the inner work, following our joy, following our soul's purpose, right? And it feels sometimes counterintuitive when in our heart of hearts we know we want a divine love, that we want to have a very special union with someone else, to then be focusing solely on yourself. But when you're looking for this type of love and the type of union that you're after, 737 has been significant and will remain significant until a later date. This is the only way that you can go about it. And it feels confusing, but the more that you are focusing on your joy, on your bliss, on your purpose, you're going to understand how crucial and how essential it is that you focus on that in order to call in a union with another person who's in that vibration. And by doing this, you have cultivated so much self-love, so much self-worth, that you are not accepting anything outside of what is truly meant for you, what truly lights you up, and what truly ignites this long-lasting, eternal flame inside your being. So let's talk about that for a second. I know twin flames is like a very trendy bandwagon topic, and I try to avoid it at all costs. But at the end of the day, my collective, we're doing this inner work, and we're being in full union with ourselves, for ourselves, but also for the fact that we want to have a healthy relationship and a healthy love, healthy dynamics with all people around us, regardless of when it is or where it is or how it happens. And it's like, I don't want to say killing two birds with one stone, because that's like, I don't know, it has a negative connotation, but it is. It's kind of like you're doing two things at once. By taking care of yourself and giving yourself everything you need, you're also in the future, down the line, creating a space for yourself to have healthy and beautiful relationships. And because of this, you're not interested in anything that is momentary, that feels temporary, that's like a quick fast in a hurry, or a quick burn, or even explosive. Like, all of that just no longer feels good for you, is not exciting for you. Whether you are someone who used to have those types of things in the past, this could have been like a one-night stand. This could have been a weekend fling. It could have been a month-long thing, or a relationship that just falls flat. You're not interested. You're just not interested. Those words are so specific. You're just not interested. You want what's for you. You want what you feel and what you maybe have felt in your heart of hearts and your truth of truths of a real long-lasting union. And anything outside of that is just not doing it for you. You're in a state in your life, and especially with all of the self-love and self-worth work you've been doing, that anything else is just, it's mediocre. It's not meeting you at the vibration that you're trying to connect to. So when it comes to this matter of the heart, this relationship that I do feel like is coming in, I can't give you an exact timeline for that, and that's the whole point of this, right? Like, it feels like it's almost delayed in a sense, but it's not. Everything that is meant for you will be for you, and it will arrive for you at the perfect time. This feels like something that you have already been in contract with. This feels like someone you know, have met, or at the very least you're an acquaintance with. It could be someone you've been in a relationship with in the past, but I need to really stress that this is someone who, yes, 57. It might feel like it could take a literal miracle for this to be your situation, or for this to be true, or to play out in the way that you're looking for. But you feel this so deep in your heart and so deep in your soul that you trust and you believe in the miracles at bay. And yes, this is beautiful. I can't even tell you, because I literally tried to record this before, and there was so much like noise and hectic and like cars driving by and everything, that I was like, I need to do this again. And the same symbols are showing up, the same things that I'm saying. Like, this could not be any more accurate from like spirit being like, this is the tweet, this is the message, okay? Anything that feels fun, it feels flirty, it feels nice, it feels like a confidence boost. It's nice, right? But it's not for you. It doesn't feel like the true ignition of your flame that you know you can have, and that you are not settling for anything less, okay? And there may be naysayers. There may be people who just downright don't believe in love, or they might just be like, burnt to, like, you're looking for a flame, but there could be people in your life who could just be burnt from things that happened in their past. But you have been going through this soul expansion. You've been, I want to say, on a spiritual journey, or at the very least connecting back to spirit, connecting to symbols and messages to a point where you're like, that's your experience, that's your journey, that's your life, where you have to go through your feelings around love and romance and relationships, but you are not going to distract me or deter me from what feels right in my heart of hearts and in my truth of truths. This is for you, collective. This message is not for them, it is for you, because you have been in divine union with yourself and with spirit. And that 333, significant here, yes, 57, again showing up to say that it's okay to believe in something that seems like a miracle to some people, or just completely unbelievable to other people. You are drowning out the noise with this situation. You are drowning out the idea of it being some kind of fantasy or unrealistic. What you feel in your heart, what you feel in your soul, has always been your strongest guiding light, your strongest guiding system, and that's not going to change now. It's just not. Okay, so you have been feeling really called towards something in particular. You may have even been praying for something in particular. 37 again showing up to let you know that whatever this is that you're feeling, it might not even be tangible. Again, no rhyme or reason, but you feel it in your heart, and it's been something that you feel like is going to show up. But when I tell you that there needed to be this journey and this time and more information to show up, because it had to be a clean slate. 57 again, this had to be a clean slate. It's almost like If you are reconnecting with someone, ooh, there's some storm clouds rolling in. I hope I don't get rained on. I'm going to try to wrap this up here soon. That it's like you're two new people, completely new people, 1414 in significance. And actually, I had that in my notes as a number I wanted to look into. So I'll probably drop that message in the description box. So make sure you don't go read below, because I do drop symbols and other little information tidbits, symbolism, all that kind of stuff in the description box. But it's almost as if you're reconnecting and re-meeting as completely new people. There's been this like feeling of like, oh, is it this person? Is it this person? Maybe it's this thing. Maybe. But you can't deny what you feel internally. And if it's not there, it's not there. And you don't want to fake it. You can't fake it. You're not the kind of person to fake it. So you are in a place of like, you almost had to go through all of this self-worth and self-love journey to become a completely new person. And whoever it is that you're calling in by doing that work is in the same vibrational frequency as you are, which means that they have also kind of cleared their past or cleared whatever it is. Like the karmic debt needed to be worked through. It needed to be cleared. It's a clean slate, and it's like you two are going to, at some point, I don't know when, it's not my responsibility to give you an exact timeline. I do see that this is a person that was of great spiritual intent and really meant for your spiritual journey, and it was meant for it to go the way that it did, that you needed to have that clearing of slate. You're coming together as a completely clean slate, as two completely new people. Ooh, somebody just showed up in your mind's eye. And this is something that I really encourage you to take seriously and see as a significance. 555 might be significant as well, because there was a really big divine change that had to occur for you and other people. I do feel like this reading is leaving me though, so I'm going to wrap it up here soon. So as I was saying, it really feels like a complete renewal. Like something had to be renewed, restored, like cleared. Something needed to be maybe replenished within you. Something about some kind of renewal. There was a restoration and a renewal that had to occur as individuals, as your own people, in order for this new experience to come through. Like I said, this could be someone you've had a long-term contract with. So this could be someone you've known for a very long time, had a relationship with, or at the very least you met at some point. And it's just goes to show the way that the divine operates in such beautiful, magical, magnificent ways that that's it. That's the tweet, okay? But you need to have patience, and you need to continue to have faith in the divine timing and the divine orchestration of things, okay? Something about taking flight, like something about this is like, you guys are meant to soar. Not only you guys, but just in general, like you're meant to take flight, you're meant to soar. This little airport is so cute. It has signs by the drop off where it's like kiss and fly, because it's trying to keep people moving along. They don't want people parked out front, so it's like kiss and fly, and it's just really cute to me, because it just feels like exactly the type of energy that I'm feeling into, of like something here is going to take flight romantically, and it's going to be sweet, and it's going to be really beautiful, and it's meant to last, and it's meant to stick. I cannot stress this enough, that you're not meant to have more instances of things just falling flat and not actually being fruitful and not being long lasting. Like, this is meant to stick. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and give you a little bit more here. We have 111, 1111, 222, 333, 57, 27, and 37. Lots of sevens, lots of triple zeros, okay? And these are going to be your ascension codes. I want to say specifically through Mercury retrograde, but especially with matters of the heart. You have expanded. You have been doing some beautiful inner soul work, and I think it's expanded your heart space, it's expanded your aura, it's expanded you just as a whole person. And in particular, 1111 is known to be a time that awakens a lot of twin flame unions. This is something that I was told on my trip, and I didn't know actually until I went on my journey, which is just, you're getting real information as I'm learning it as well. So when it comes to itch, scratch, I'm like trying to think of like what I want to say next. Like I said, I don't like to do the whole like clickbaity twin flame union, all that kind of stuff. But 11/11 is said to work magic. It's said to be a time of miracles. It's said to be this very whimsical time, and it does connect a lot of people in their twin flame unions. So if you are trying to manifest something related to the heart, related to relationships, 11/11 is going to be a very significant portal for that. You have to be very present, dropped in, tuned in, turned on, and following your soul's calling and following your soul's guidance during this time. And I do see 11/11 being a really prominent and beautiful time for this collective in connecting them towards at least the right path and what is going to be a really good portal in order to bring you closer towards your overall soul's calling and your soul's expansion. Okay, so there is a storm that looks like it's rolling through, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that as the divine telling me, all right, wrap it up. I've shared everything that I need to share. You're going to have a really beautiful divine teacher, somebody who might be a teacher in relationships or just in spiritual expansion. This could even be like an ascended master, like Buddha, Jesus Christ, whoever. Like there's something that you've been following, and there's somebody that you've been connecting to on a spiritual soul level that is going to help you continue to ascend and help you continue on your spiritual evolution as well. 333 is here to let you know that you and your counterpart are being guided and being instructed on how to evolve into your best selves so that you can find union here. And this could be union again within yourself. This could be union in a relationship. And I do really strongly feel that this is going to be connecting you to a divine counterpart in some way and in somehow. And you might be asked to take the lead in some of these aspects, but you're doing this in the divine timing of things. Holy crap, this wind is really moving, so I'm gonna leave it at that, friends. I appreciate you listening along. I know that this was not the best audio, but I trust and believe that this was meant to be recorded as it was and when it was. And I'm sending you all my